guy. And I stopped drinking about 2 years ago, and I felt lost. And the cool thing is that I've discovered over the last 2 years, I think I'm more consistently the fun guy than I was as a drinker or a partier. And I think I'm more consistently smiling and laughing without alcohol or drugs in my life than I ever was drinking. You know, there's phases of joy as you drink your first beer and drink your first six, and you wake up feeling crappy, and then you wake up crawling around trying to find your breakfast, mad at you that you drank last night or that you didn't get a good night's sleep. And honestly, I was up half the night last night just being excited. But I wake up every day now with a clear head because I didn't go to sleep drunk last night or any night in almost the last 2 years. And again, that was never something I was proud of who I was. I just remember going to parties and, being obnoxious. It might have been funny or silly or crazy or drunk Ken or whatever. But it was probably obnoxious. I tell you what, I still go to bars occasionally with my friends if there's a game on. It's amazing how loud people get when they're drinking. Hello, Kevin. It's amazing how loud people get when they're drinking. And you see it happen. And if they're people you're hanging with, sometimes it can be kind of embarrassing. And, but it's good to have a little more consistency in my emotions. And again, I'm still an emotional guy. I cried yesterday a couple times. I cried watching the video about my brother. For anybody out there, watch the video that's pinned to my TikTok page. I think it's pretty beautiful. And I cried yesterday thinking about the divorce and thinking about, closing that book and turning the page and starting a new chapter. And it's funny, I talked about this a couple times to two different friends yesterday about how getting divorced as a man is like being a male lion that's cast out of the pride. And I asked my buddy, you know what happens to the male lion that gets cast out of the pride? And he goes, well, they go out into the jungle and try and not get killed by hyenas. And it's kind of true. In the world that we have out there, there's a lot of hyenas that are a danger to a divorced man and a lot of bad things. And those hyenas could take the shape of bartenders or casinos or people you shouldn't be hanging with or, all sorts of faces. And it's important to stay away from them and important to find purpose and find meaning. And I'm just fortunate that I stopped finding meaning at in a bottle of Heineken. Yeah. So I don't know what else I have for. I'm going to drink a little more coffee. It's kind of tepid. Jack Ryan said he loves Heineken. I posted a video, it used to be pinned, about my drinking and leaving it. And I'd originally I used to write a lot. I wrote a bunch of blog posts when I first got separated, and my mind was racing. And every morning I'd wake up with all these feelings that I'm sharing with you guys today. And I'd put them out on paper, and I'd post them to various sites. And they were really, pretty beautiful in a lot of times. And I did one about my drinking, and it came to the point that I would be embarrassed because I'd look at pictures that I took, and almost 2/3 of them would have a bottle of Heineken in my hand. And I started being aware and started looking around and said, here, I'm going to take a picture of me holding my little nugget of Love Augie. Oh wait, we don't want this Heineken bottle in it. Let's get that out of here. And I don't know. I think if you start to be aware that you might have a problem, you probably do. And you probably do. And for me, And again, Jen just said, it's a big decision. Don't let anyone make the decision for you. I don't know, Jen, if you're talking about drinking or drugs or what have you. But if you are, I don't think anyone can make the decision for you. Thank you so much for sending me a rose, Elijah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I got 3,400 diamonds yesterday. 3,400 diamonds. That's my record. Thank you so much for following the creator, Ryland Spence. But anyway, I don't think you can make somebody make the decision for you on quitting drinking. I think you got to do it for you. If it was because my family thought I should, or my friends thought I should, or my wife thought I should, or what have you, I probably would have resented them. I probably would have put a bottle in the garage, and I probably would have snuck out to the garage and been swigging some beer. I think if I was hiding a bottle in the garage, I don't think Heineken would have done it. I think it would have had to been the hard stuff. It takes too long to drink beer. And, I was talking about the divorce. You were talking about the divorce, getting divorced? Oh, yeah. Well, don't let anyone make the decision for you. Yeah. It's a huge decision, divorce. It's a huge decision. Sometimes it's not even a decision, you know. I think at my last divorce, I don't think it was a decision. I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to get divorced. I didn't want to get divorced. I still, I'm still sad about it a little bit. I just had so much dreams and so much hope and so much optimism for it. But it wasn't working for us. And, I didn't want to. I hope the best for both my ex-wives. I hope my first ex-wife's remarried to a nice guy and seems to be a good stepdad to my two daughters. And, I hope nothing but good things for my either ex-wife. And I hope they both are happy and healthy and safe and are good. Most importantly, are good moms to my kids, are good moms and good examples to my kids. And I guess my job has changed. My job's not the everyday dad right now. It might turn to you never know what to expect. But that's where I'm at right now. My job's to be the best dad I can, given the situation, and make the best steps and the best choices going forward, to put myself in a position to be the best dad I can, and to be the best friend I can, and the best brother I can, and son I can, and what have you. And I think I've done that over the last couple of years. And not every step's been perfect, but I think I've instilled a lot of good habits and removed some very bad habits. And I'm in a place, I feel like I'm on a springboard ready to explode, because I know there's a lot of talent here, and we all have talents and all have skills in different ways, but I watch these videos and I say, wow, that was well said, or, I don't know, I think it's okay to appreciate your skills. So often in life, I would, not be proud of my abilities or be ashamed of myself or feel like I wasn't I was ugly or stupid, or a loser, or whatever. And that's just that voice inside your head that I've talked about. And over the last couple of years, I'm doing a lot better job of silencing that voice inside my head. And I used to silence that voice by drinking alcohol or smoking pot. And now I do it through, meditation, going to church, positive affirmations, prayer, coffee with Ken, writing sometimes. And I walk around smiling and laughing. I was having a horrible day the other day, a horrible morning. The last few days I think have been a bottoming process for me. And I don't want to share exactly why, but it's been a bottoming process for me. And I was feeling real sad. And every day I come in and I'm, good morning, how are you? And people are laughing and feeling good. And I'm sharing some energy and enthusiasm and a little bit of joy. And a woman asked me one thing I don't do well is like hide my emotions or lie or anything like that. So a woman asked me how I'm doing, and I go, I almost wanted to start crying and said, oh, I'm not kind of hurting right now. And I kind of told her what was going on. And she goes, oh, that's weird. I didn't know anything about that, because you always seem like you're on the top of the world and you're feeling great. And, you're the happiest guy I know. And usually I am. And but sometimes, you know, challenges get to us, and worries get to us, and fears get to us.